Just checking if I can talk to people. Yep.
I got a moment. Sure.
I'd like to know more about you.
What about?
How do you like the surface?
Aye, the surface is great. It's like a big, bright world of filth without a ceiling. My kind of place. Hey, let's go find something to kill, huh? All this talk makes my hands twitchy.
Oh, sure. Okay. Zevran?
You know, I could get to like this. The last time I came to Denerim, I stayed at an inn so filthy the bedbugs had fleas.
Yes.
Your wish?
Can I answer some questions?
Whatever you'd like to ask.
Care to tell me about that last mission now?
Yes, I suppose it is time. You have been a good friend to me after all. There is no reason to be silent. There is a reason I accepted this mission in Ferelden, far away from home, and it had nothing to do with any thought that I might leave the Crows. Meeting you, after all, was quite an accident. My last mission before this one did not end well.
What's happened?
You must realize that until that day I was cocky and arrogant. I was the best crow in Antiva, I believed, and I bragged of my conquests often, both as an assassin and lover.
You were more cocky and arrogant? And how have you changed?
Indeed. I was often told I was insufferable, right before I ended up in bed with someone. Such is how it was. One of the crow masters grew tired of my boasting. My bid for an incredibly difficult mark was accepted, much to my surprise. A wealthy merchant with many guards and completely silent. Taliesin agreed to be part of my team, as well as an elven lass named Rina. She was a marvel. Tough, smooth, wicked. Eyes that gleamed like justice. Everything I thought I desired.
And you fell in love?
Rina was special. I had closed off my heart, I thought. But she touched something within me. It frightened me. When Taliesin revealed to me that Rina had accepted a bribe from the merchant, told him of our plan, I readily agreed that she needed to pay the price and allowed Taliesin to kill her. Rina begged me not to. On her knees, with tears in her eyes, she told me that she loved me and had not betrayed us. I laughed in her face and said that even if it were true, I didn't care.
But that wasn't true.
I convinced myself it was. Taliesin cut her throat, and I watched her bleed as she stared up at me. I spat on her for betraying the crows. When Taliesin and I finally assassinated the merchant, we found the true source of his information. Rina had not betrayed us, after all.
I'm so sorry. No, you had no way of knowing that.
Of course not. I didn't care to know. I wanted to tell the crows what we had done, our mistake. Taliesin convinced me not to. He said it would be a foolish waste. So we reported that Rina had died in the attempt. We needn't have bothered. The crows knew what we had done. The master who disliked me told me so to my face. He said the crows knew, and they didn't care. And one day, my turn would come.
Oh. Why would he do that?
To rub it in my face, perhaps. That I was nothing. That she was nothing. You once asked why I wanted to leave the crows. In truth, what I wanted was to die. What better way than to throw myself at one of the fabled Grey Wardens? And then, this happened. And here I am.
Why did you tell me this?
You have been a friend to me, far more than I deserved. Whatever it is I sought by leaving Antiva, I think I have found it. I owe you a great deal.
Bet your ass you do. I think I'm getting nauseous. I'm glad to have you with me.
Let us return to your mission, shall we? Suddenly, I do not feel like standing about.
cute. So he's at least at 95. Woohoo! Maybe I can pick him up to 100 now. What shall I give him? Veal bone. I'll give him a flower because he's so cute.
No, terrible.
Oh, he doesn't want it. Wow, I didn't know that. I'll give you some gold.
How nice.
Yes, how nice. And,
How nice.
okay, I think that's enough. Right, so next, Liliana.
This is a nice change from having to sleep in the woods, isn't it? Something I can help with?
I'd like to talk to you about something.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Okay. She's all maxed out, I think. Shale? Hello.
Everything in here appears to be breakable. It seems most impractical.
I have some questions.
It doesn't have better things to do.
I'm gonna ask her now. No. Oh,
On then.
okay. And... Alistair?
I haven't been here in a while. They've changed the dining room. Ask away.
No, I think
Of course.
he's maxed out. And so is Morgan. So... Where is Stan? There we go.
This is not as defensible as I would like, but it will do. You called.
Yes. I wanted to discuss something you mentioned.
Speak, then.
Ugh,
Then I suggest we move on.
okay. Let's go.
As you wish.
And Wynne, right? Where's Wynne? Oh, there.
Have you heard much about the Grey Wardens of old?
I know they swords through the skies and griffins.
Griffins. Alas, that seems to be the only thing people remember from the tales. The mighty flying mounts that bore the Grey Wardens into battle.
Well, I wish I had a griffin.
Unfortunately, they've all passed back into the Maker's hand. So that wish will have to go unfulfilled. It was said that watching the Wardens ride in on their white griffins was enough to rouse a weary heart and put the dance back in the step of an old man. The Grey Wardens were powerful, feared and respected, but they also inspired the common people. I remember a tale that was told to me many years ago.
Go on.
The Blight had ravaged the land for months, and the armies of the great kings had amassed for one last stand. As the sun burst through the clouds that boiled and churned in the dark sky above, it illuminated a vast, seething horde of darkspawn, with the archdemon at its head. And it was then, when courage seemed to fail, and all lost to death and despair, that the Grey Wardens came. They arrived with the beating of wings like mighty war drums and stood before the armies of men.
And what's happened then?
The Grey Wardens, grim and fearless, marched forth, ever between the men and the encroaching darkspawn. They formed a shield of their own bodies and held that line until the archdemon was dead and the last darkspawn lay trampled in the dirt. And then, demanding neither reward nor recognition for their sacrifice, the Grey Wardens departed. When the clouds finally rolled back and the sun shone full upon the blighted ground, the great kings knew that they had lost no men, and none of their blood had been spilled.
Nonsense. When did this happen?
This is a tale about no battle the Grey Wardens have fought, and yet about them all. They have always defended us from the Darkspawn, taking losses so we do not have to. People may have forgotten over the centuries, but nothing has changed. This knowledge has been blessing and burden to Grey Wardens past, and now it shall be your blessing and your burden.
Do I have something for you? And just in case?
Oh, what are you thinking, honestly?
Okay. And silver sword of mercy?
Most kind.
Okay. Let's go. To Redcliffe.
I'll get on it.
Yes.
Indeed.
Indeed.
This is my favorite party. Alistair, Liliana, and Morgan. And so, Redcliffe. No. Shall I go past Soldier's Peak? Just to see if I can pick up anything here. It's kind of on the way, isn't it? Ah, cute. Oh. Right, so I have Merrick's blade. These I can sell, I think. I'm gonna sell these, all of these. I wanted to check against Ogren, didn't I? Let's go sell some stuff. I'll pause so you don't have to watch me. Alright, I'm gonna go back to camp. I actually tried on the Warden Commander armor, but on Alistair, and the thing is, the armor he has now is much better. So the first thing I want to do is try Stan with these. I'm gonna pause. Be right back.